And now starting lineup, first for the visitors of Lewistown, a freshman, number 5, Andrea Kaufman. A senior, number 12, Katie Ware. A sophomore, number 23, Maddie Rump. A senior, number 33, Kelly Alberry. And a senior, number 44, Becca Getz. Lewistown is coached by Kevin Kotish. And for the Lady Raiders of Brookville, a freshman, number 44, Pierre Andresic. A senior, number 10, Donovan Thompson. A junior, number 22, Janelle Benton. A sophomore, number 30, Jim Greeley. And a freshman, number 34, Jim Buck.
Wins tonight too, that there's some possibility to lobby maybe for a doubleheader with our Mifflin County teams, but Lewistown has their work cut out for them yet, and so does Indian Valley, so I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but we do know that the winner of this game here tonight is going to play Westinghouse.
Westinghouse knocked off Grove City earlier this afternoon, and as we said earlier, Indian Valley at our last check was up 27-24. That game is on 105.5 WCHX. And we're here on 96.7 Star Country, and the teams are taking the court and we're ready for the tip-off. Kevin Kotish has the squad out on the floor already. 20-7 record to the 14-12 record by Brookville, record that's deceiving as they won the District 9 championship, and they take the floor, and the referee's getting ready to throw the ball, and we're set to go here with first round state playoff action for Lewistown.
Well, and there's an excitement in the air because of that state first round. I mean, you know, a lot of teams, there's only 32 teams across the state that have made it this far in their basketball season, so it's a lot of excitement for the girls tonight.
And Brookville wins the tap, and they got the ball out top. With it is Jen Buck. She sets up the offense for the Lady Blue Raiders. Pass up by Maddie Runk. Good defense out top. She throws it into Andresic. Andresic backdoor cut to Janelle Benton. She misses the layup, and we have a foul. Foul over the back on Brookville, and that foul is going to go on number 10, Tanya Thompson, her first, and that's the team's first foul here on the first possession. 7:41 to go, no score here early on. Lewistown will take the ball. Maddie Runk brings up the floor for the Panthers, and Brookville comes out, and it looks like a zone defense, 2-3.
Looks like a 2-3 zone, basic 2-3, moving with the ball, trying to protect the point positions.
Lewistown will look to get some three-point shots out of this zone, I'm sure.
And here comes the first one.
Becca gets for three off the back of the iron. No, rebound fought for, pulled down by Janelle Benton. And the point guard, Jen Buck, brings up the floor, guarded by Maddie Runk. Looks like Maddie can give her a lot of trouble out front. She doesn't look like a solid ball handler. Maddie hassling her out top so far this game. Errant pass picked up by Anna Kaufman, up ahead to Maddie Runk. A little bit of a bad pass. She had an open lane for a layup, but she pulls it back out. Takes it back in, jump shot, no, too long. Rebound by Janelle Benton, by Jen Greeley, and the Blue Raiders will bring it back. Jen Buck with the ball.
Lewistown's not starting out too well on the boards. They've got 2 shots and no rebounds so far. There's another steal.
Looks like Lewistown can pressure them into some turnovers. Katie Ware brings the ball up the middle, takes it all herself, lays it up and in. Lewistown first points on the board, 2-0. Lewistown leads.
Well, this is what we said at the pregame show. We thought Lewistown would pressure and try to get an up-tempo game, try to take it to them, and I think that's what they're going to try to do here, Mike.
Getting lots of turnovers and steals right off the bat as Katie Ware to steal and Anna Kaufman has steal. Now Brookville with the ball. Janelle Benton with it, drives middle, and she travels. And that's 3 turnovers early on here on the Lady Blue Raiders. Lewistown playing some good defense early on.
Lewistown playing very aggressive defense. They look light on their feet. They look like they're ready to play tonight, Mike.
They look energized, as you should be here for the first round of a state playoff game. Katie Ware with the ball far wing for the Panthers, sets up the zone offense. Maddie Runk, top of the key, dribbles, and she makes a bad pass, turns it over, and Katie Ware's going to pick up a foul. Not a good pass there by Maddie Runk as she threw it right to the defender. Jen Buck came up with it, and Katie Ware fouled her. That's her first and the team's first. 6:02 to play. Lewistown leads 2-0.
A little predictable on that pass that time from Maddie to Katie, and I missed who the girl was from Brookville, but she stepped in between it there, and then Katie fouled her.
Maddie telegraphed that one, definitely. And now she's hassling number 34, Jen Buck, with the ball as Andrasic gets it outside the three-point line. Top of the key to Thompson. Inside, Janelle Benton lays it up, but she's fouled by Becca Getz. Becca Getz picks up her first foul, the team's second. Janelle Benton will go to the line, shooting 2.
Now, Lewistown would be wise not to get themselves in foul trouble. They've done that in the past, got themselves in foul trouble. They don't want to send this team to the line.
Up with the first, off the back of the rim. A nice shooter's roll there for Benton. She's got the first points for the Brookville Blue Raiders. 2-1, Lewistown leads, 5:48 to play in the first quarter. Benton up with the second shot. It's off the back of the iron, and this time no good. Rebound pulled down by Anna Kaufman. Katie Ware pushes up the floor for the Panthers. Ware pulls up at the three-point line for 3. Good. 5-1. Lewistown leads. 5:38 to play here in the first quarter. Nice little pull-up jumper there by Ware.
Well, she took her time there, got a good look at the basket, made a nice shot at it. Rattled it down in.
Brookville comes back with the ball. Maddie Runk pressuring Jen Buck. Buck, having nowhere to go, gets it to Janelle Benton, Jen Greeley. Greeley drives middle. Into Altieri, blaze it up off the window, too hard, no. Ball goes out of bounds, off Brookville, and it will be Lewistown ball. Good help defense there by Altieri.
Good help defense there. Who was it there?
Greeley.
Jen Greeley did a nice job of weaving her way through into the paint and up for the layup, but a little too strong off the backboard.
Now Lewistown sets the offense. Katie Ware far wing, being pressured by Janelle Benton. Out top to Maddie Runk. Flows off the screen of Katie Ware into Anna Kaufman. She lays it up off the glass and in. 7-1, Lewistown leads. 4:55 to play in the first quarter.
Good ball movement that time as Katie dished off to Maddie. Maddie drove and dished it off to Anna Kaufman for the easy layup.
And Brookville comes back. Jen Buck brings up the ball. Hassled once again by Maddie Runk, and we're going to get a hand check. Runk playing good defense, just got a little too close in that play, and she picks up her first foul, team's third.
Well, we've not seen these referees before. This is District 9 group, and we'll see how they're going to play it as close to the vest here with the hometown team. There was hardly much contact there when he called that foul.
One of the things they said they were going to look for more was the hand check, and they called it right there. Almost a steal by Anna Kaufman on inbounds pass. Tawny Thompson into Andrasic, guarded by Kelly Altieri. We're going to have a foul before the shot on Altieri. Probably a good thing because it looked like Andrasic had a clear lane to the basket.
Well, a little bit quicker on the feet there for Andrasic than Kelly is. Maybe Kelly doesn't want to come out and guard her so close. Maybe she wants to stay back and guard that baseline and guard the middle maybe a little bit more.
Brookville's going to call a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here, and we're going to go to a short break here. Listening to high school basketball on Star Country 96.7 FM. Brookville set to inbound the ball underneath their own basket right to our right as we have a blocked view. Ball gets inbound to Jen Greeley. She drives on Katie Ware, has nothing, kicks it back out. Katie Ware with a steal. Nice defensive play there, and Katie Ware pushes it for Lewistown. Up ahead to Maddie Runk. Runk goes in, and we're going to have a hand check out front. Foul's going to go on Jen Buck, her first, team second. Probably a good foul because Maddie had a clear lane to the basket for an easy deuce.
Well, they're showing their quickness there tonight. A good steal by Katie Ware off of Jen Greeley, and then a good outlet pass to Maddie Runk.
Lewistown inbounds ball underneath their own basket. Katie Ware with it on the far wing, dribbles out to the top, sets up the offense. Brookville in the zone. Looks like they changed up to a 1-2-2. Katie Ware drives, kicks to Maddie Runk for the shot. It's short, and a Kaufman rebound blocked by number 10, Tanya Thompson. Nice play on defense by Brookville, and they bring the ball back Jen Buck.
Well, we're seeing some advantage there on that particular possession of the height.
Pass inside to Andrasic, and she gets a bucket, and there's the height advantage. 7-3, Lewistown leads, 3:57 to play here in the first quarter.
Now we're seeing another advantage of the height there when they just went backdoor to her.
Kelly Altieri tries to shoot over Andrasic, not going to happen. She's got taller, longer arms, and she blocked that one away. Brookville back with the ball. Janelle Benton, far wing. Looks inside to Andrasic, nothing there. Gives it off to the point guard, Jen Buck, who comes out, sets up the offense. Dribbles to the foul line, up with the shot, off the glass, no. Rebound pulled down by Anna Kaufman, up ahead to Maddie Runk. Runk takes it in, has the ball stripped. And out of bounds, and it'll be Lewistown ball. Lewistown leads here 7-3, 3:25 to play in the first quarter, and things getting a little helter-skelter out there on the floor.
Little helter-skelter, but I'm seeing Brookville expend some energy here trying to keep up with Lewistown. They're doing a better job at keeping up with them. It's a question of how long they'll be able to do that.
First subs into the game for the Panthers, Alicia Espy and Kristen Aaron, and for Brookville, number 21, Jen Goddard. Far wing, Katie Ware shoots the three. Off the back of the rim, no. Rebound, Anna Kaufman puts it up short. Rebound, Anna Kaufman puts it up. Basket and a foul. Good play inside. Anna Kaufman put it up once, couldn't get it, got it back, put it up in amongst the trees, got fouled, and made the basket.
Good job by Anna Kaufman that time, absolutely. She came down with the first rebound, put it up. It was a little bit short underneath the rim. Got it again and put it back up and got the hurt and the harm with it.
Fouls on number 10, Tanya Thompson, her second, team's third. Anna Kaufman going the line to complete the three-point play. Up with the free throw around the rim, no, and rebound to Andrasic. 9-3, Lewistown leads, 3 minutes to play in the first quarter. We're here at Clarion University in the first round of the district of AAA state playoffs. Near wing, Goddard with it for Brookville. She turns it over. Kristen Aaron comes up with the steal after Katie Ware deflected the pass, and Ware looks to push for Lewistown. Maddie Runk, far wing, drives middle. Takes it in, up with two hands, no. Rebound on Andrasic. It's tough getting those shots off inside. Andrasic just too tall, and she's knocking shots away. Jen Buck drives, no. Knocked away. Katie Ware comes out of the pack with it and looks to run for the Panthers. Pull-up jumper, no. Rebound pulled down by Tanya Thompson, and as you said, Brookville owning the rebound so far.
Owning the rebounds, although Lewistown has managed to tie it up. They got 5 rebounds apiece so far. A lot of that due to Anna Kaufman.
Brookville back with the ball. Jen Buck top of the key, 9-3. Lewistown leads, 2:20 to play in the first quarter. Buck sets the offense for the Lady Blue Raiders. Brings it here near wing to Benton. Benton shoots for three, and nothing but nylon. She hits it 9-6. 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Nice shot there with the hand in her face.
Well, she made a good job of it. She hesitated, then decided to do it. Alicia Espy was in her face, but she made a nice throw of it there and got her right down through.
Now Lewistown with the ball. Kristen Aaron, foul line jumper is good. 11-6, Lewistown leads. Nice little play there. Kristen Aaron turned around, found herself open, and pulled the trigger on the jumper.
Got to take that shot.
Steal Maddie Runk, and then she turns it back over on a travel. Once again, the Lewistown defensive pressure looks like it's getting to Brookville. Don't look like they have much handle on the ball here in the first quarter.
No, they don't. They're not very good ball handlers, and Lewistown trying to take advantage of it. Brookville looking a little winded, but you know what? They keep coming back when they go to their big girl, Andrasic.
And into the game for Lewistown for the first time, number 31, Aaron Sear. Tanya Thompson dribbles out front, loses control, gives it off to Jen Buck. Buck takes it in the lane, loses it. Aaron Sear with the steal. Ball goes out of bounds. We're going to have a foul. Foul's going to be on number 21, Jen Goddard, her first, team's fourth. Nice little play there by the defense as Kristen Allen came over, picked up the driving Buck, and she had to save it from going out of bounds and saved it right to Aaron Sear.
Very good defense. They moved their feet and prohibited them from driving the lane for the layup there after they had worked the ball into the middle.
So Lewistown back with the ball. Anna Kaufman with it far wing. Drives to the middle to Kristen Allen. Jumper from 10 feet. It's good, and she's got a nice little shot from around 10 to 15 feet, and she hits another basket. She's got 4 points here.
She is most comfortable from that 10, 12-foot area, and she's showing it here tonight early in the game.
Jen Buck with it, gets past Maddie Runk, kicks it to Andrasic. Andrasic with the layup. It's good. Nice play there by Buck to get around Maddie and then pass it off. 13-8, Lewistown leads.
Brookville doing a good job there. Doing a good job in finding the open person.
Kristen Auer with another jumper from the elbow. She missed it. Rebound by Goddard. And steal Maddie Runk, and Lewistown comes back with the ball. Runk takes it in, lays it up, and we're going to have a foul. Foul will be on the floor. It's on Brookville as Maddie Runk came up with yet another steal for the Panthers. And the foul looks like it's going to be on number 44, Pierre Andrasic, her first, team's fifth. Lewistown will inbound the ball underneath its own basket.
Now that's one person they'd like to get some fouls on. I see she's going to go sit out the rest of this first quarter.
Yeah, Katie McCormick checks in, number 00. Anna Kaufman off the inbounds pass from Kristen Arn, lays it up and in. 15-8, Lewistown leads. 30 seconds to play in the first quarter. Nice inbounds play there by the Panthers.
Very good play. Set up nicely with some screens.
Brookville comes back with the ball. Jen Greeley dribbling on Aaron Sear. Passes it off to McCormick, off the glass and in, and you see they're getting penetration. Help defense from Lewistown coming over, and they're kicking it to the big girl for the lay-in.
if anything, about their defense. They need to stop that ball further out front. Greeley does a great job of just keep penetrating, and there she dished off to McCormick for the easy layup.
Aaron's here with the ball, drives, shoots a short jumper. It's long. Kristen Allen pulls down the rebound, and it's blocked away. 15-10 as the quarter buzzer sounds. We'll take a break and be right back at you with second quarter action from Clarion University. You're listening to WVNW High School Basketball on Star Country 96.7 FM. Lewistown leads 15-10. Mike Zerman along with Tom Sosio. We saw the first quarter Lewistown get a lot of turnovers and trying to push the pace.
Getting a lot of turnovers. They didn't convert on everything that they got turned over, but they got the lead, and that's what they need right now. We'll see how they do here in the second quarter to extend that lead.
Lewistown comes out with Sear, Maddie Runk, Espy, Kaufman, and Auern. Espy drives the basket, lays it up, no. Rebound McCormick for the Blue Raiders. Brookville goes with Buck, Greeley, Benton, Andrasic, and McCormick. Buck brings the ball up the floor for Brookville. Gets around Maddie Runk. Kristen Auern comes over on the help. Pass to McCormick, and we have a basket and a foul. Fans wanted to travel. Thought she might have got away with the walk there, but nonetheless, a basket and a foul is called. So Katie McCormick will go to the line to look to finish off the three-point play. That foul was on Anna Kaufman, her first, team's fifth. Back into the game for the Panthers, number 12, Katie Ware, checking out Maddie Runk. McCormick goes to the line. I don't think the score on the scoreboard's right.
No, they gave her that bucket. It should be 17-12.
15-12. Anyway, Katie Ware brings up the court as McCormick missed a free throw. Spins, shoots, no. Rebound Anna Kaufman, and she pulls it back out. Stolen away by Greeley, and we have a foul on Aaron Sear. Probably a good foul there, as it looked like Greeley was going to get an easy fast break layup, and Sear reached out, tried to smack the ball away, and got called for the foul. 15-12, Lewistown leads, 7:14 to play. We do have an update for the Indian Valley game. Indian Valley leads 33-26 at the half over the Valley Vikings. Brookville with the ball, up ahead to Benton. Benton trapped in the corner, looks for Andrasic at the elbow, over to McCormick at the other elbow, down low to Greeley. Greeley inside to Andrasic, and she lays it in, and that play seems to be working for Brookville, and Lewistown just has no answer for that play inside right now.
Well, Lewistown's worried too much about somebody with the ball. They better keep their eye on Pierre Andrasic, because that's who they're going to. Somebody's got to be constantly guarding her, leaving her wide open.
Brookville doing a good job of penetrating in addition to their centers inside, and they're getting easy layups. And we're going to have a foul on Brookville, and that will put them into the bonus.
I believe that one's on Janelle Benton.
I believe you're right, and that gives them their sixth foul, not their seventh. That's her first, team sixth, though. Lewistown will inbound the ball underneath their own basket. Kristen with the ball. As we're having a little conference over here at the scores table, wondering as to how many fouls.
I only have 6 fouls.
I got 6
7.
too.
Now they have 6.
There we go. 6 fouls, not 7, as that would be a key issue, as Lewistown would be shooting the 1-on-1 if that was the case. Lewistown inbounds the ball. Kristen Auern into Anna Kaufman. Anna drives with the short jumper. Long. Alicia Espy with the rebound. She's fouled around the rim, and good. Nice play inside. Alicia Espy pulled down the rebound, went inside of McCormick and Andrasic, the two big girls for Brookville. Laid it up off the glass, got a nice little roll, and the foul. Let's see who they give the foul to on that one. They give it to Andrasic or McCormick. And it's on Andrasic, and that's her second, and that's big for Lewistown. They need to keep attacking her inside and get her into more foul trouble and get her out of the game.
That is big. That is big. They want to get her out of there. They need to work on McCormick as well. They've got 2 big girls in there right now to try to counteract Lewistown's speed.
And Espy hits the free throw and makes it a 3-point play. 18-14. Lewistown leads, 6:34 to play here in the first half. Jen Buck brings it back for Brookville. Katie Ware guarding her out top. Buck crossover dribble, can't get around her. Dribbles to the far wing. And a 5-second violation. Coach Kodesh called that one right away. Stuck his hand up, and the official complied with the 5-second call. Good defense.
Good defense by Katie Ware. That's the Blue Raiders' 7th turnover of this half so far.
And Lewistown back with the ball. Katie Ware brings it across the mid-court circle. Takes to the 3-point line, kicks to Espy. Espy to the corner to Katie Ware. Back out to Espy. Espy for 3. Good! 21-14. Lewistown leads. Nice shot there by Espy.
And the second quarter has belonged to Alicia Espy so far with 6 points.
Espy good player solid player off the bench for the Panthers and does a nice job for Lewistown. And another 5-second call. Katie Ware giving Jen Buck all kinds of trouble. She's moving around the court, but just not getting away from her pressure, and that's 5 seconds every time.
Well, and it's not only the pressure of Katie Ware that time in guarding the dribbler. It's the defense of the other girls preventing them from being able to get rid of the ball.
All right, we have a timeout on the floor. We'll take the timeout with them. We'll go to a short break. You're listening to high school basketball on Star Country 96.7 FM. Lewistown facing Brookville, leading 21-14, 5:56 to play here in the first half. Mike Zimmerman joined with Tom Socio on the call this evening.
So we have a little bit of statistics here from the first quarter, Mike, on shooting percentage. Brookville did 50%. They were 5 of 10 total. Lewistown 7 of 18 for 39%. Right now they're starting out hot. They are 2 of 2 here in the second quarter.
Lewistown with the ball after consecutive 5-second violations thanks to the good defense. Kristen Auer, that short jumper, nothing but net. 23-16. Lewistown leads 5:35 to play in the first half.
And getting a lot of good points here out of Kristen Auer. A good setup play that time to have her open on the baseline for about another 10-footer, and she made it. Nothing but net.
Yeah, 12 points thus far for the bench. Alyssa Ashby and Kristen Auer coming off the bench doing a good job, and Coach Kodesh has to be happy with that. Brookville back with the ball. Jen Buck drives, kicks it to Greeley. Greeley penetrates the middle, up with the one hand, and it's good. 23-16. Nice little play there by Greeley. Katie Ware quickly back for the Panthers. Push up the floor and pulls it back out. Skip pass to Espy. Espy back to Ware. Ware for 3, and it's good. 26-16. Nothing but net there for Katie Ware, and that's 2 threes for Ware.
Well, and I think that's a great confidence builder for Ware as well. You know, she scored 5 points in this first quarter. She scored 5 points in the first quarter of the district title game, and that was all she scored in that.
Brookville back quickly, missed layup inside, and we're going to have a foul on Katie McCormick inside. And Lewistown 2 for 2 thus far, 3-pointers here in the second quarter, and that's a shot they need to make, and obviously it is a booster for the confidence of Katie Ware and the rest of the team when they do. A 26-16 Lewistown leads. That foul was on Katie McCormick, her first. That would be the team's 7th. Team's 8th, I have.
I have that as their team, the 8th foul also.
And so Lewistown will walk to the other end.
Not sure who's going to be shooting. It's either going to be Alicia Espy or Anna Kaufman.
I think it's going to be Anna Kaufman, as she was the one with the inside position. Good box out on the taller McCormick, and she went over back to get the rebound. I was wrong.
Well, it was hard to tell down there. McCormick was kind of sandwiched between both of them, trying to get over each of them. But
Espy up, and it's good. 7 points in the quarter for Alicia Espy. 27-16, Lewistown leads, and she'll get her second free throw. It's hard to see from our vantage point as we got the block of the basket over here to our side, and Espy misses the second one. Rebound pulled down by Benton. Brookville brings it back. Jen Buck. Buck to Greeley. Greeley looks inside to Andrasic, throws it in, lays it up and in. Nice little play there by Brookville, and Lewistown brings the ball back quickly. Katie Ware, 27-18, Lewistown leads.
Well, Lewistown's yet to find an answer for that over-the-top throw.
And we're going to have a carry on Katie Ware as she made it down the lane, but did a couple carries down the lane. Probably could have got called for it twice on one play. Brookville with the ball, brings it back. Jen Buck to Tanya Thompson, who just checked in. She's got 2 fouls. Andrasic inside at the elbow, makes a move on Altieri, drives off the backboard and in, and Andrasic is just killing the Panthers right now.
She is killing the Panthers. They're going to have to do something.
Maddie Runk back quickly, and that's what they're going to keep doing with the lay-in.
Well, Lewistown's not afraid to run and try to outscore the other team. I don't know if they care too much that she's getting some points as long as they keep scoring.
Yeah, trading baskets right now, not the thing that Brookville wants to be doing. Andrasic looks inside over Altieri, and she puts it back up and in, and she's got to have double digits here. Got 12 points, and like we said at the top of the telecast, 17 points a game. She's going to get her buckets.
Now Brookville's made their last 5 shots, all in the paint, all inside.
Aggressive drive there by Alyssa Espy, and she's going to go to the line. Nice little play there on the baseline, got fouled.
Well, she's one of the freshmen on the team, and she's certainly not afraid to drive to the hoop. at this point in time, you call them a freshman because that's what class they're in, but playing-wise, they've come a long way since the early days in November.
And a big foul there for Brookville. Pierre Ondrasik picked up her third here in the first half. Still with 3:32 to play, and Coach Benton's got to be thinking about taking her out, but no motion yet to take her out of the game. If I was Lewistown the next couple trips here, go right at her, pick up her fourth foul, and she's done for a while.
They're going to have to do that. I mean, that might be the best defense they have against her, is to get her on the bench.
Alicia Espy hits both free throws, and she's Lewistown's leading scorer right now. 9 points all here in this quarter. Brookville back with the ball. Tanya Thompson, steal by Maddie Runk. She takes it to the basket. Tanya Thompson on her. She lays it up around the rim. No, Espy with the rebound. Up. No, and she's fouled by Jen Buck, and Espy's going to go back to the free throw line. Foul's going to be on Jen Buck, her second. That's going to be the team's 10th, so the Panthers will be in the double bonus for the rest of the half. Espy at the line, shooting 9 points here. 4 for 5 from the free throw line here in the second quarter. 9 points.
She is a good free throw shooter, and she's very clutch.
10
she
points.
won a game for them against Tyrone at home this year from the foul line.
10 points for Espy, 32-22. Lewistown leads, 3:19 to play in the first half. She hits the second one, and she's having herself a quarter.
Quite a quarter, and it's really picked the team up a lot. It extended that lead from the first quarter from 5 to 11 now.
Jen Buck drives the whole way down the lane, lays it up too strong. Ondrasik with the rebound, no. Maddie Runk pulls down the rebound, up ahead to Katie Ware. Katie Ware drives, she's fouled, and the basket! Foul by Greeley, and once again, Lewistown on the fast break, getting opportunity after opportunity.
Well, and Katie Ware again scoring here, and this is nothing but good news for her and for the team. She has been kind of off here. She was battling illness the latter part of the season. I think she's got her health back, and she's really starting to show something here tonight.
And Lewistown stretching the advantage to 13, 35-22. Ware misses the free throw. Rebound by Ondrasik. 3 minutes to play in the first half. Lewistown stakes to a 13-point lead, 35-22 over Brookville. Brookville back with the ball. Far wing to Goddard. Loses control, regains it. Maddie Runk on her. Goddard drives to the foul line. Passes to Ondrasik, and she lost the handle. Ondrasik up and in. Ondrasik just making a living inside of. If I was Coach Kodish, I'd go right at her in this possession and get her a fourth foul, and she's done for a while.
They should do that. She's really hurting them. She has 10 points this quarter.
And Lewistown just keeps throwing them in the ocean. 37-24. Becca Getz hits a corner jumper, and Lewistown scoring at will here in this quarter, it seems. Brookville back with the ball. Tanya Thompson here near wing, guarded by Espy. Thompson to Greeley. Greeley looks at three, shoots it, air ball, too far. Rebound by Goddard. She loses the handle. Espy ties her up, and we're going to have a jump ball, and possession will stay with Brookville. Lewistown leads 37-24, 2:12 to play in the first half. Into the game for the first time for Lewistown, Kellen Knable, who checks in for Alicia Espy, who gave a good performance here in the second quarter.
Well, an absolutely outstanding performance for the freshman in this quarter. 11 big points.
Also into the game, the other freshman for Lewistown, Anna Kaufman, checks back in. And Brookville will inbound the ball. Ondrasik with the ball. She's fouled by Maddie Runk on the shot. And she'll go to the line to shoot, too. Ondrasik having herself a ball game here. 14 points in the first half of their 24. She's definitely their go-to player.
Well, and that's why she's not out even with 3 fouls. For all we know, she may play with 3 or 4 fouls all the time on her, because this is the first time we've seen them. But without her, they have no offense.
Yeah, living dangerously is Coach Benton, because if she picks up her 4th foul here in this second quarter, she's in trouble for the rest of the game. Her defense is definitely going to be not quite as good as it could be with less fouls. She missed the first free throw, but the second, and it's good. 37-25, Lewistown leads, 2:10 to play in the first half. Katie Ware with the ball, crosses the midcourt circle, and sets up the offense as Brookville has switched over to a man-to-man. Ware brings it to Becca Getz, back to Ware. Ware caught in the corner, looks for an opening, and wisely calls a timeout. A good move there by Katie Ware. And Coach Kodish wants to take a 30. We'll keep it right here. Lewistown leads 37-25, a minute 54 to play in the first half, and so far we see Ondrasik taking the inside, but Lewistown just pushing it right back up the floor, and Brookville not getting back on defense.
No, not getting back on defense, but they've got to find an answer for her sooner or later. Ondrasik is just killing them on the inside, and they're getting her the ball. They either have to stop her from getting the ball or clamp down on her a little better when she does get the ball. She has 15 of those 25 points for Brookville, so she's definitely the difference for them in keeping them in the game.
And for Lewistown led here in the second quarter by Alicia Espy, who came off the bench and gave them a good spark with 11 points. We're back to action here. Becca Getz inbounds the ball for Lewistown. Into Katie Ware, back to Getz. Becca for three, nothing but net. 40-25, Lewistown leads, a minute 47 to play here in the first half, and Lewistown on fire here in the second quarter.
Lewistown doing a great job setting up their plays, doing a good job.
Steal Anna Kaufman, she comes up with the loose ball and turns it back over by Tanya Thompson. A tough situation there for Kaufman, and Brookville brings it back. Jen Buck. Jen Buck to Benton. Benton looks at three, short. Online but short, rebound, out of bounds off Brookville, and Lewistown will retain possession. Lewistown here with hitting lots of three-pointers. They got three here in the second quarter.
Three here in the second quarter, and conversely, Brookville's shooting 70% from inside the paint.
However, so getting nothing on the perimeter.
Getting nothing on the perimeter.
Lewistown back to the ball, up by 15, a minute 12 to play in the first half. Nice pass to Kaufman by Runk. She lays it up and in. 42-25, Lewistown leads. A minute to play here in the first half. Lewistown with a little inside game of their own on that play. Nice play.
Little give a go.
Brookville back with the ball. Far wing to Benton. Benton looks at three, decides no, and then looks at it again, and she hits it. Kellen Knable came out on her, then laid back off her, and when she did, she pulled up and hit the three. 42-28, 40 seconds to play in the first half.
All right, when you said they couldn't hit from the perimeter, there we see a three.
Anna Kaufman inside jumper long. Rebound pulled down by Tanya Thompson. She gives it to Buck, and we'll see if Brookville holds for the last shot. Up ahead, Katie Ware tips it, and it's out of bounds. Off Katie Ware, Brookville will keep possession. 42-28, 28 seconds to play. Katie Ware almost come up with another steal there for the Panthers.
Yeah, she really jumped that as high as she could get there with that full extension on the arm. She was claiming it went off the Brookville player. I thought it did too.
Referee not willing to listen to that idea. Katie Ware all over. Jen Buck almost gets a steal. Maddie Runk comes out a little too hard, gets beat. Tanya Thompson inside to Andrasic, and we're going to have a foul on Anna Kaufman coming over the back. Good call by the official. Anna Kaufman behind Andrasic, and that's one place you don't want to be, because if she catches it in there, she's dangerous and going to score.
Yeah, and Lewistown did a good job here for jumping out with 5 personal fouls there in the first quarter. They really held off this time. Right now, she's going to go to the line for a 1-and-1, but Lewistown did a good job of keeping themselves under control and playing good defense, not getting in foul trouble.
Yeah, Lewistown with 27 points in this quarter, definitely running it up the floor, hitting their shots, pulling out this 14-point lead. Andrasic with the free throw, no. Kellen Knable with the rebound. Maddie Runk traveled as she caught the pass. 11 seconds left. McCormick comes in for Thompson, and Andrasic staying in the game. I mean, with 10 seconds left, she could pick up an offensive foul on a rebound, on a charge, or anything.
Now, with Brookville having the ball here for the last shot, he wants her in there. Let's face it, she's probably going to take the last shot. No?
Jen Buck takes it, doesn't get it. Katie Ware comes out with it at the buzzer from half court. It's almost in, just to the side of the basket, and that's your halftime. 42-28, Lewistown leads at halftime, and Lewistown gets a cheer from their following over here in front of us. We'll take a break, and we'll come back with some halftime stats and some analysis here from Clarion University. You're listening to high school basketball, WVNW 96.7 FM. Of Lewistown's first round AAA state playoffs, and they're leading Brookville 42-28. We saw a fast-paced game, as you'd expect from Lewistown. Brookville countering with their inside play of Pierre Andrasic, and joining me tonight, Tom Socio. In the first half, we saw what we expected from both teams at the outset.
Well, we did see what we expected so far. Lewistown wanting to play up-tempo, putting a lot of defensive pressure on them. Not so much, well, they're playing some man-to-man, but they're mostly in a zone kind of man-to-man. They're putting a lot of pressure on the ball handler to try to get turnovers or to try to force turnovers with bad passes. It's been working for them. They've gotten 9 turnovers from Brookville out of that type of defense. They had 2 5-second calls, so you know they're guarding them closely enough to get the 5-second calls, and doing a good job with that. For Brookville, their points are coming in the paint. At one point in time, they had 70% of their points from inside the paint, and most of them all coming from Pierre Andrasic, and she is certainly the go-to girl on this team. They do have some outside shots, maybe not consistent threat, but they're working the ball nice. When they break Lewistown down, they're able to break them down somewhat with some dribble penetration, and that's when they're dishing the ball off. They're also doing a good job of going over the top. Lewistown hasn't done a very good job of guarding Ondrasik on the over-the-top play. Kelly and Kristen have not been able to handle that. They switched off and put Anna Kaufman on her. She picked up a foul trying to guard her, and they just have no answer for that right now, that over-the-top play where she's making a nice easy layup, catching the ball a foot or two from the basket and right off the backboard and in.
Yeah, first half, a lot of fast break points for Lewistown, getting a lot of turnovers and getting lots of layups and fouls. And we saw in the second quarter, Alicia Espy getting inside, getting baskets and fouls on the inside, and she did a nice job off the bench for Coach Kodish.
Wow, what a tremendous quarter she had. She scored 11 points for the team there in that quarter, but you're right. She was more than what statistics show on that play. She was doing a great job moving the ball around. She did a great job on rebounding. A couple of her buckets came off of putbacks from rebounds she had gotten, and took it strong back up to the hoop. And just a strong quarter for the young freshman, and boy, what a career we hope she's going to have here for Lewistown.
Looks promising thus far. All right, we'll take a short break, come back with the season's halftime statistical report. We'll be back here with high school basketball on Star Country 96.7 FM. To the statistics, and Tom Socio pass on a little announcement. We got the update, final score from Tyrone. I believe that's where they're playing.
That's where they're playing, Tyrone.
Indian Valley picked up the win over the Valley Vikings 66-49, and will advance to the second round of state playoffs next Wednesday. And like you said earlier, maybe we can rally for the doubleheader, Lewistown, Indian Valley next week.
Well, we hope so. This has another half to play here, but if it keeps going the way it is, we'll have another Mifflin County winner. And we're happy for Indian Valley to get through the first round. Last year, they made it to the Sweet 16. They're on their way again to the Sweet 16, and we're sure hoping that maybe somebody can rally or lobby for a doubleheader with the Mifflin County teams, but it's going to be hard with Westinghouse being the opponent. Westinghouse is the District 8 champion, so they'll try to put them halfway between, and I don't know if they can do that. I'm not sure who Indian Valley would be playing. Tim Sear, our statistician over here, has the bracket, and we're not close enough to take a look at that. So we'll find out later who Indian Valley would be playing,
one of the
and see if it's
Moon.
possible. That's right, it'd be Moon or Franklin. Was it Moon or Franklin?
Yeah, it was Moon and Franklin, both District 7 teams. District 7, Seed 2 and Seed 7 are playing against each other.
So you never know. We might find a happy medium between those two teams and maybe play somewhere all together, and that'd be real nice.
Yeah, everyone's got to go to one area. How about those first half statistics and points and field goal percentages for the first half?
Well, let's start with our own Lewistown Lady Panthers. Leading the way in scoring in the first half was Alicia Espy, as we talked about. She had 11 big points, all coming in the second quarter and all off the bench. Following with her is Katie Ware. Good night so far for Katie, the strong senior here. She's got 10. 8 points for Anna Kaufman, 6 for Kristen Arn, doing a great job off the bench scoring tonight and getting some rebounds. 5 points for Becca Getz. They all came in the second quarter. 2 for Maddie Runk, and that gives us a total of 42 so far. The Lady Panthers shot 6 of 9 from the free throw line. Got 13 rebounds to keep themselves balanced on that and get the fast break going, and committed 5 turnovers, most of them late in the second quarter. For the Lady Blue Raiders of Brookville, they were led, of course, in scoring by their supreme player, Pierre Ondrasik. She has 15 points so far, 7 for Janelle Benton, the coach's daughter, 4 for Katie McCormick off the bench, and 2 for Jen Greeley for a total of 28. They shot a total of 33% from the line, 2 of 6. Brookville shot 54% overall, 55% of 2 points, and 50% of 3-pointers. Lewistown shot 48%, 16 of 33 for the entire half. They were 46% from the conventional field goal 2 bucket, and from the trifecta land, they were 4 of 7 for 57%. So doing a good job. The scorers are scoring, and that's what you want out of a basketball team. You want your scorers to score, and Lewistown's got it going that way tonight for themselves. And maybe they'll tighten up the defense a little bit here in the second half, and Ondrasik can kind of slow Brookville down. Even though they've got a 14-point lead, it seems like Brookville wants to hang around, and you certainly want to be able to put them away if that's what the ability is.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see Lewistown deliver that knockout punch here at the beginning of the half, get the lead out over 20, and then just cruise on home right from there and put it away.
Right, and get some of the other players maybe a little bit of playing time tonight, get them a chance to say they played in a state playoff game, and get them ready. You never know who's going to go down. Every player on the bench is only one play away from going into the game with injuries and sickness and everything else that goes around with the kids, so it'd be good if he could get more players in the game if they can expand this lead. We'll see how they do.
That's definitely correct. One play away is true, and at any point in time, anyone for Lewistown can be off playing a big role for the Panthers. One key thing to note here in the second half, Pierre Ondrasic, as we mentioned, picked up her third foul early in the second quarter, played the rest of the half without picking up that fourth foul, which is commendable, but she's got to watch it here early on. Lewistown takes the ball to start the second half, leading 42-28. Katie Ware with the ball near wing to Maddie Runk. Brookville out in the zone defense again. Maddie Runk drives. Kicks it to Katie Ware. Katie Ware dribbles, and Lewistown sets the offense. Becca gets far corner, inside Anna Kaufman. Anna Kaufman up, off the glass, no. Rebound, Andrasic. Andrasic pulls it down for Brookville, and Brookville pushes it back up. Jen Greeley with the ball. Greeley with the ball, trapped by Runk and Ware. Andrasic with it at the top of the key. Jen Buck loses it, regains control, up with the left hand, no. Rebound pulled down by Kelly Altieri. Katie Ware brings the ball back for the Panthers.
Katie looks like she's having trouble with a contact or her eye or something there. She's blinking a lot.
Yeah.
She got rid of the ball. We'll see how she does.
Becca gets with the three. It's long. Rebound pulled down by Benton, and Brookville brings it back. And Katie Ware looks like she's bothered there by a contact. She's blinking as she come up, but it looks like she's fixed the problem. And Brookville with the ball. Jen Buck with it at the top of the key. Buck to Greeley. Greeley drives middle, has nothing. Back to Andrasic at the top of the key. Andrasic back to Greeley at the far wing. Greeley looks to drive, guarded closely by Monk. Into Thompson. Thompson inside to the post. Andrasic touchdown jumper over Altieri. It's good. 42-30. First points here of the second half. Katie Ware.
Well, again, they had her at the top of the key, but she worked herself down in and posted up, got the ball, and made the hoop.
Kelly Altieri with the ball at the foul line. She shoots a jumper, and it's good. She answers Andrasic's bucket right back with a nice little short jumper.
Good job there by Kelly. She got a good look at the basket. Nobody came out to guard her, and she put it right in.
So Brookville comes back to the ball, down by 14, 6 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Jen Buck traveling. So Lewistown will take over the ball again. Lots of turnovers for Brookville, and that's not something that equates to victory, especially against Lewistown, who can take advantage and push the fast break.
That's for sure. They've got 10 of them so far.
So Lewistown back with the ball. Katie Ware gets past, shoots the three, long. Kelly Altieri and Kaufman fight for the rebound. Maddie Runk comes down with it. Runk with the jumper inside the three-point line. Shot fouled. Misses the shot a little short, but the foul's going to be a Jen Buck, and see if he's going to call it after the shot or during the shot.
Going to call it on the floor.
Foul's going to be on Jen Buck, her third, team's first, and the first foul we had here called in the second half. 5:53 to play in the third quarter, 44-30. Lewistown leads, and they'll inbound the ball underneath their own basket. Maddie Runk drives to the top of the key. Near wing Kaufman. Kaufman drives, lays it up off the glass and in. A nice little move by Kaufman, 46-30. Lewistown with their biggest advantage.
Well, Andrasic came over to try to make a play on her, but let her go right to the hoop, so apparently she's not going to want to pick up her fourth.
Back with the ball, Greeley for Brookville, and she's going to be called for traveling. Good defensive play there by Lewistown. Into the game for Brookville for the first time, number 42, Beth Austin. She checks in for Jen Buck, who gets her first break of the game. Katie Ware brings the ball back for Lewistown with a 16-point lead. Brookville in a 1-1-3 looks like a zone look, kind of. Katie Ware drives, hit, ball goes back to Lewistown. Maddie Runk brings it at the foul line. She drives in, kicks to Katie Ware. Katie Ware spin move, short jumper is short. Rebound by Benton. Benton gets it to Greeley, who pushes up the floor for Brookville. Gets it across half-court circle, knocked away by Runk. Gets it back, steal Anna Kaufman, and she's going to have a breakaway layup. Kaufman takes it in, lays it off the glass and in, 48-30. Lewistown enjoying its biggest lead of the ball game, 4:50 to play here in the third quarter.
Well, Lewistown putting more pressure on the ball handler there. In that case, it was Greeley, and even though she didn't make the turnover, they caused it with a poor pass.
Another turnover. Kelly Altieri with a nice defensive play on Andrasic. Ware with the miss. Kaufman put back, fouled. Basket doesn't fall, but good defense on the defensive end for Lewistown by Kelly Altieri.
Yeah, very good. She came over. She got in front of Andrasic that time and was able to knock the ball away.
And that foul for the Blue Raiders is going to go on Beth Austin, her first, team second. Anna Kaufman will be at the line shooting too, trying to extend this Lewistown lead to 20 points. Up at the first, it's long, and she'll get her second free throw. Jen Buck checks back into the game for Brookville, as well as Katie McCormick comes in for Pierre Andrasic. See if Lewistown can take advantage of her being out of the game and try to extend this lead a little bit higher while she's out.
Well, they don't lose much with McCormick coming in as far as size.
And Kaufman hits the second one, 49-30. Lewistown leads, 4:36 to play here in the third quarter. And Brookville is going to call a timeout. We'll take the timeout with them. We'll be back here. High school basketball action from Clarion University on WVNW Star Country 96.7 FM. With action, Brookville inbound the ball, 4:30 to play here in the third quarter, and they'll look to cut into this 19-point lead that Lewistown has opened up.
Well, Lewistown's going to want to keep extending this lead, try to put this game away. It's the best thing they could do right now.
Nice little play inside. Really takes the pass from Buck and lays it in. 49-32. Lewistown leads. Lewistown quickly the other way. Maddie Runk drives in on two people. And what do we have? I can't see.
Well, I think the foul is going to be on Tanya Thompson.
I didn't know if they called a jump ball down there or a foul. I couldn't really tell.
They called a block as Maddie drove there. They sandwiched her.
And that foul is on Tanya Thompson, as you said. That's her third, team's third. Maddie Runk will go to the line to shoot two as she took it to the hole quickly as Lewistown pressed the ball right back up the floor on Brookville. Runk around the rim, no. 49-32, Lewistown leads, 4:10 to play here in the third quarter. Runk up with the second one, it's nothing but net, 50-32. Lewistown leads by 18.
They got a very comfortable lead right here now, but they don't want to let up on the pressure. I think it's a style of game that you want to play in the state playoffs, and I don't think you change just because you're up.
Hey, you want to keep pressing and pressing, and the game's still not out of reach yet by no means. Inside, Katie McCormick lays it up in, and that's why right there, because Brookville's got the inside scoring punch. 50-34, Lewistown leads.
Well, again, as I said, they don't lose much in height with McCormick in there, and they took advantage of it again.
Becca gets with the three-pointer for Lewistown. It's good. 53-34. Lewistown leads. 3:30 to play here in the third quarter. Nice little shot there by Becca.
Nice shot by Becca. That's 3 buckets she has, and 2 of them are from three-point land.
And what do we have? We got a foul out front.
Maddie Runk's going to pick up, I think, her third foul here.
That is her third and Lewistown's first foul of the second half. 53-34. Lewistown leads. 3:25. Lewistown relying on the three ball and succeeding with the three ball here in this game.
Well, I think it's what Brookville's giving them. They're letting them open on the perimeter, so why not?
Benton comes back with a three for Brookville, and she hits it. She's got 3 threes in the game. She looks to be their outside threat for Brookville.
What did you say, Mike? 2 threes? She's got 3 threes. 3 threes,
yeah.
Right.
Yes. Anna Kaufman inside, kicks it out to Becca Getz in the corner, passes up the 3, takes a short jumper, it's short. Anna Kaufman couldn't come down with the rebound. Tanya Thompson gets it for the Blue Raiders and gives it off to Buck, who brings it up the floor. Lewistown getting set to make 3 substitutions as Aaron Sear, Kristen Auern, and Alicia Espy will come into the game. Katie McCormick misses the layup, and I think if Pierre Andrasic's into the game, she makes that shot. That's the one thing you might lose a little bit of talent in there. Drive and missed by Katie Ware. Kelly Altieri, rebound up with the left hand, no. Rebound pulled down out of bounds, and the ball goes to Lewistown as Brookville players battle for it but couldn't come up with it. So Aaron Sear, Alicia Espy, and Kristen Allen, the bench for Lewistown, checked into the game, as well as number 12 for Brookville, Sydney Andrasic. Pierre Andrasic checks back in as well.
Well, they're ready to go with her. They gave her some time on the bench to try to see if they could, withstand it. They did well with McCormick.
Katie Ware drives to the basket, and we got a foul, a blocking foul underneath. Katie Ware with a good aggressive drive to the hoop and gets the foul called. Foul is going to be on Pierre Andrasic. That's her fourth. She just checked back in and right away got her fourth foul, and that's not good news for the Blue Raiders at all. 53-37, the Panthers lead, and Blue Raiders star player is going to probably go back to the bench with 4 fouls.
Now that or just play it out and hope for the best. I mean, at this point they're down 16 points, so you either let her play it out or, you know, what are you going to save her for?
Katie Ware up at the first free throw, hit every part of the rim but didn't drop for the Lewistown, and Andrasic going to check out. I agree with what you said. Down by 16 right now, you don't got anything to lose. You got to keep her in there. If you take her out now, you stand the risk of maybe Lewistown pulling this one out to even farther. Katie Ware misses another free throw. Kristen Allen pulls down the rebound. Fight right down in front of us, and what do we have? We got the ball out of bounds to Lewistown as Kristen Allen fought for that rebound hard for the Panthers and got the ball for Lewistown.
Yeah, good job there by Kristen to keep the ball alive as well as she did.
Alicia Espy off the screen. She just checked in, rolls around the rim, no, and Brookville comes out with the rebound. Jen Buck brings up the floor, crosses the midcourt circle, guarded by Aaron Sear. Pick out top by number 12, Sydney Andrasic. Benton with the ball, top of the key, guarded by Espy. Down low to Buck. She's fouled and the basket. Foul's going to be on number 31, Aaron Sear, her second. Nice little play there as Buck up behind Sear, laid it up and got the foul. 53-39. Lewistown with a 14-point advantage. They need to get the lead out here in the end of the third quarter with Andrasic on the bench.
Yeah, they're doing a good job without her, Mike, but they really do need Andrasic in there to help Brookville.
Buck up with the free throw, and it's good. 53-40. Lewistown leads by 13. 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Katie Ware brings the ball before the Panthers. Lewistown with a chance here to extend this lead out and get it to where it's unreachable in the fourth quarter. Katie Ware drives the lane, lays it up and in. A nice move as she got the ball inbound in the backcourt, took it the whole way to the front court and laid it in.
Well, good recognition there by Katie. She saw it open.
Jen Buck loses the ball to McCormick, and Lewistown comes up with it. Anna Kaufman steps on the out-of-bounds line, and the ball possession will go back to Brookville. 55-40. Lewistown leads, 1:42 to play in the third quarter. Brookville will inbound the ball underneath their own basket. Into the game for Brookville, number 21, Jen Goddard. Inbounding for Brookville, and the ball's, and Greeley travels. She was guarded by 2 people. She caught the ball and couldn't quite hang on to it. Maybe got bumped by a Lewistown player, but couldn't keep her balance and fell and got called for the traveling.
Well, she slid across the floor there holding the ball, so they had to call it travel. She was trying to call a timeout, but no such thing was going to happen there.
Katie Ware with the ball inside to Kristen Allen. Turn around off the glass and in. Kristen Allen with her 8th point of the game. Good performance off the bench for her as well.
Oh, she's playing a great game tonight.
Lewistown with a 17-point lead, 57-40, 1:19 to play in the third quarter. Greeley with the ball inside to McCormick. She turns on Allen, and we're going to have a foul. McCormick with a nice little turnaround there to draw the foul.
I thought they had her guarded quite well with the 2 of them there, Kristen Arn and Alicia Espy, but arms straight up, they still called the foul.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. They both had their arms straight up on that play, and officials called the foul. It's what coaches teach their kids to do is keep your hands straight up, don't move them around, and you won't get called for the foul. But on that particular occasion, they got called for it. McCormick misses the first free throw. Struggling from the free throw line is Brookville, as you said at halftime, only shooting 33% and missing here in the second half. McCormick hits the second one, 57-41. Lewistown with the lead. Katie Ware brings the ball across the midcourt stripe and sets up the offense for the Panthers. Alicia Espy far wing. Looks for an outlet, gets a screen from Kristen Allen, loses the ball, gets it back to Katie. Ware with it, drives middle, over to Espy. Espy fakes the jumper, takes in the lane, she's fouled, and she'll go back to the free throw line where she's had success earlier in the game. 6 for 7 so far on the night. She'll get 2 more free throws.
Good two-girl basketball there, not 2-man, 2-girl basketball with Katie Ware and Alicia Espy, as they got a couple passes back and forth, and Espy kept working her way into the paint. Got that pass, a dribble, and up, and she was fouled hard.
We got to make sure we're politically correct on that one. Alicia Espy up with the free throws, 7 for 8 free throws, 12 points for Espy, 58-41 for the Panthers with the lead. Back in the game for Brookville, number 34, Jen Buck. And Espy will get her second free throw here. 52 seconds to play in the third quarter. Lewistown still holding with that 17-point lead, 58-41. Becca Getz checks back in for Anna Kaufman for the Panthers, as Maddie Runk also came in for Katie Ware. Espy up at the free throw, and it's good. 8 for 9. Good performance by Espy. 59-41 Lewistown leads, and Jen Buck brings the ball back for the Blue Raiders.
Espy making a living at the free throw line. 8 of 9 so far for her.
That's a good percentage, and Goddard throws it inside to McCormick for Brookville. She turns around off the back of the rim, and it's in. 59-43. Another inside basket for Brookville. Lewistown brings it back. Maddie Runk drives to the middle. Can't find anything. Becca gets with it. Pass up the three. Kristen Aaron thinks about the shot, realizes he's too far out. Drives. Good drive. Miss. Rebound and puts it in. Nice play there by Aaron, who now has double digits with 10.
Kristen wasn't going to be denied that time. She did a good job, drove the baseline, put it up, missed it, got a rebound, and put it right back up in. No hesitation.
It didn't seem that McCormick gave her much resistance on that play either. Kristen Allen with the steal for Lewistown. Lewistown brings it back. 2 seconds to play. Maddie Runk shoots it. Oh! Just off the front of the rim. Lewistown leads 61-43 at the end of the third quarter. We'll take a short break and be back with the final quarter of action from Clarion University high school basketball on 96.7 Star Country FM. Clarion University to Lewistown against Brookville. Lewistown with a 61-43 lead in this first round state playoff game. Brookville with the ball, top of the key. Jen Grilly with it. Guarded closely by Maddie Runk as Lewistown continues with their good pressure defense, and we got a reach-in foul. Maddie Runk and Aaron Sear with a good trap. Just one of them got a little too antsy and reached in.
They called that on Maddie Runk. That's her fourth.
Her fourth, the team's fourth here in the second half. So Brookville inbound the ball on the sideline into Tanya Thompson. Thompson to Pierre Andrasik, who just checked in right around Kristen Allen with no resistance at all and lays it up and in. 61-45, and Andrasik's in. Lewistown needs to go right at her in his possession and get her out.
Absolutely, with those 4 big fouls.
Alicia Espy looks at the 3, passes on it. Kristen Allen with the short jumper, it's good, and she's having herself a ball game. 63-45, 12 points for Allen off the bench.
12 points for Allen. We have 4 girls in double figures here for Lewistown.
Good spread around there for Lewistown. And a traveling violation by Greeley. And Lewistown has a chance to go up by 20 for the first time in the game. Kellen Knable checks in for Aaron Sear. Knable in the game for the second time. She saw some action at the end of the first half, and she'll inbound the ball in the backcourt. Gets it into Maddie Runk, and Lewistown brings the ball up the floor. Runk beats Buck up the floor. Pulls up with the one hand, and it's good, and Lewistown takes its biggest lead of the game, 65-45, 7 minutes to play in the ball game.
Doing a good job that time, Maddie Runk taking over the point guard position while Katie Ware is out right now.
Right now, Lewistown's just on a roll here, making baskets. Brookville with the ball, Jen Buck over to Greeley. Greeley looks for a play, has nothing. Tanya Thompson with it. Probably could have taken a shot there, passed on it. Gives it back to Buck, who sets the offense. Buck looks to Thompson. Thompson into Andrasik. And the foul is going to be called on Kristen Allen, who looks like she was straight up, and Andrasik drew the contact, but not to be, as Allen picks up her second foul.
Now they're calling the push, so I don't know. Maybe she gave her a little butt there.
Underneath, we didn't
underneath
see that.
We couldn't see, but
nonetheless, 65-45. Lewistown leads, 6:35 to go in the ball game. Pass inside to Andrasik, up at the shot, it's short. Rebound by number 23, April Moser, who just checked in, and we have another traveling on Maddie Runk. And Katie Ware will check in for Maddie, who just caught the pass, and she's done that a couple times. We've seen catch the ball and just take 2 steps like she's going to start running and dribble.
Maddie has a tendency to get a little ahead of herself there. She's young and she's learning.
65-47 is the lead, 6:28 to play. Pass inside to Andrasik. Andrasik kicks it back out to Benton. Benton near wing to Buck, as you see the defenders crowd around Andrasik when she catches the ball. Buck loses it, and we're going to have a reach-in foul. See who they give this to, Allen or Katie Ware. And it's going to be on Katie Ware. That's going to be her second, team 6th here in the second half. Brookville inbounds the ball on Drasick with it. Short jumper, no. Katie Ware grabs the rebound and a foul on Benton. Benton with her second foul. 6th for Brookville. Both teams are in the bonus now for the rest of the half. Substitution for the first time for the Panthers. Becky Hertzler checks in.
Well, we're starting to see some of the subs get in for Lewistown now.
Becca gets with inbound the ball for Lewistown, gets it into Katie Ware, and she puts it up the floor quickly and beats Jen Buck. Katie Ware down low to Kellen Knable. Kellen Knable up strong, and she's going to, I think we call it
I think they're going to call her for the walk. Yeah, for the walk.
Couldn't really see the referee from our view. We're a little blocked, but from the reaction of Lewistown and the fact that Brookville gets the ball, I think they called the travel on that one. Brookville with the ball. April Moser gives up the Buck, guarded by Kellen Knable. Buck with the dribbles off her foot, and that's going to be backcourt. Backcourt violation. Buck tried to get a little too fancy on that one and dribbled it off her leg.
Good job by Kellen Knable there, putting a lot of pressure on her, and she made her dribble it off her foot, trying to keep a hold of it.
Another freshman with a promising future here for Lewistown. Ball inbound quickly to Katie Ware. She goes in, blocked by Andrasey, gets a rebound. Got hit and knocked over. Becky Hertzler with the rebound and put back, and she scores right away. Katie Ware drove the lane, got a rebound, put it back up, and Andrasey just clotheslined her and knocked her down. No foul called.
Yeah, but Andrasey took a shot. She's holding her face there, her nose area. They're going to take her out of the game. She doesn't want to go out of the game, but they've got to take her out here now.
I didn't quite see what happened. I saw Katie Ware drive, miss, get her own rebound. She went up with it and just got clobbered. I don't know if maybe her hand caught Andrasey on the way down or what, but no foul called either way. Lewistown grabbed the rebound. Becky Hertzler put it right back up off the glass and in.
Yeah, and more points off the bench for Lewistown. That's a good sign there. I'm glad for Becky there. She got a chance to get in and made the most of it.
Yeah, Lewistown getting good production from the bench this evening with Espy and Auern. Jen Buck drives, and she traveled. Picked up her dribble, took a few steps, and got called for the walk, so Lewistown will take over with the ball.
Too many steps there. She revved it up to go for the layup.
Alicia Espy brings it up the floor to Katie Ware. Katie drives, lays it up and in, no resistance at all. 69-47, Lewistown with its biggest lead at 22.
Brookville looks beat. I hate to say that. Beat in a couple different ways. Defeated and tired.
Steal, Becky Hertzler. Becca Getz comes up with it for Katie Ware, and Lewistown pushes it again. 69-47, they lead. And the official calls a carry over there on Katie Ware. That's her second call for that this evening. And into the game for Brookville, number 12, Cindy Andrasey. So Lewistown holding their biggest lead at 22, 5:10 to play in the ballgame. As you said, Brookville just looks beat right now.
They've played admirably, but they just don't have as many weapons as Lewistown does. Lewistown really came out strong tonight.
Steal by Kellen Knable and Jen Buck, and they called a jump ball.
Called a jump ball on that steal and never even called a foul when Jen Buck took her down. This isn't the wrestling match. I know Clarion's known for wrestling, but this is the basketball game here.
Yeah, really a little rough out there. Kellen Knable made a nice steal and got taken down by Jen Buck. Lewistown with the ball on the possession area. Alicia Espy with the ball out top. Sets up the offense. Kellen Knable with it on the wing. Looks out top to Katie Ware. Katie Ware pulls it back out. No hurry for the Panthers, up by 22 with 4:30 to play. Katie Ware pull-up jumper is no good. Comes to get the rebound, knocks it out of bounds. Good effort there. Just couldn't finish a shot. And Lewistown not in any hurry at all, as you can see, setting up the offense there, running through. And
well, they're not in any hurry to slow the game down either, Mike. There's 4:35 left, and they're still trying to take as many shots as they can.
Yeah, they're still putting pressure on the ball, looking to run, and there's a steal by Alicia Espy, and she's going to take it in. She's fouled before the shot, but she's going to be at the line shooting one-on-one, which is good for the Panthers.
Well, he's going to call that on the ground or on the floor. That was a shooting foul, but they're not going to get it. They're going to get it in a one-on-one.
And Espy will go to the line shooting one-on-one. If she stays true to the form, this will be enough, just like a two-shot foul for her.
Well, she's been very hot tonight. What did I say earlier, 8 and 9?
Yeah, she's 8 and 9. And she's nothing but net on that one. 70-47, Lewistown leads, 4:23 to play here in the ball game. The foul was on Janelle Benton, her third. Espy up with the second free throw. It's nothing but net. 71-47, 24-point lead for the Panthers. 4:20 to play in the ball game.
Say, you could climb to the top of your league with Alicia Espy on the foul shooting percentage team, you know?
Yeah, you could. She's money in on the free throw line for the Panthers today, and we're going to have a foul inside on, I think it's going to be on Becky Hertzler. Yeah, the foul's going to go on Becky Hertzler, her first, battling inside with Katie McCormick, and McCormick will go to the line to shoot 1-1.
We have a little holding foul there, Mike.
Yeah, look that way.
Clamp down.
Didn't see what happened down there. So McCormick will go to the line shooting 1-1. Little weird release. Misses, and Alicia Espy comes down with the rebound. Look almost like a Nikki Snyder shot on that free throw.
Yeah, it was almost like a Nikki Snyder shot.
Katie Ware brings the ball across the midcourt circle and sets up the offense and drives on Jen Buck, kicks it to the corner to Kellen Knable. Back out to Katie Ware.
See if Becca gets the ball here. No.
Katie Ware takes it right in herself, 73-47. Nice drive and a lay-in by Ware.
16 points now for Katie. She's having a strong game. She hasn't had a game like this for probably about a month.
You said 4 people in double figures, and if Becca Getz can get a 2-pointer, they have 5 players in double figures for the Panthers. Katie Ware brings it up after a turnover by Brookville. Becca Getz drives, has nowhere to go, kicks it into Becky Hertzler, comes up with the ball, and she stepped out of bounds. What do we have underneath? I can't see.
I think it was just an out of bounds. No, we do have a foul.
If you're wondering why we're
foul on 21, Jen Goddard.
If you're wondering why we're questioning what's going on the play, we're kind of blocked by the box that we're standing in. We can't really see the basket over here to our right and the baseline that is below it. So
it's hard to describe to our listeners exactly, but you know, if you can imagine, it's like a balcony hanging out over your back porch and you just can't see down over, and that's about what we are here.
And we're off to the left,
can't see part of the basket, and we can't see the out of bounds on the baseline.
If we want to see it, we got to lean out over, and we still don't have very good view of it, so that's why we're questioning. And we got a timeout on the floor. We'll take a short break and come back out with you with the rest of the ball game. 73-47. Lewistown leads WVNW High School basketball 96.7. City Lewistown leads Brookville 73-47. Becky Hertzler on the line getting set to shoot her 1-1 free throw. She's up with it. It's long. Rebound comes off. Catherine Garrett comes in, and she gets a basket right away for Lewistown. Got the loose ball and put it right back up in. 75-47. Lewistown up by 28. 3:10 to play in the ball game.
Well, we have some more subs in there. I missed Catherine Garrett coming in. I guess she came in off the timeout and made it happen right away for herself. Good for her.
Catherine Garrett picks up the foul now as Sydney Andrasic drove around her, and Garrett picked up her first foul, and Andrasic will go to the line shooting 2. Lewistown here just in the second half is just dominated with the fast break, and it looks like Brookville just doesn't have enough energy to keep up with the Panthers here in the second half.
No, they don't. Just not enough energy. Lewistown went deep to their bench, playing 8 full-time, 9 partially, and now they've got
10 and
number
11.
10 and 11 in, so I'm not even sure Brookville dressed that many.
Yeah, we'll probably see the rest of the bench emptied here as we get down under 2 minutes in the minute mark as Lewistown up by 28. And Andrasic missed both free throws. Alicia Espy comes up with it, gets it to Katie Ware. Katie Ware pulls it back out, takes a short jumper, and it's good. Nothing but net. 77-47. Katie Ware with another basket. And Brookville back with the ball. Lewistown once again. Katie Ware picks her up at half court, putting the pressure on. Goddard with the ball far wing, out top to Buck. Buck gets a screen from Beth Austin. Buck caught up by Espy. Austin with the ball, drives middle, out top to Andrasic. Goddard with it, down low to Austin. Austin drives, has it knocked away. Goddard picks up at the foul line. She shoots a short jumper, and it's good. 77-49. 2:20 to play in the ball game. Katie Ware brings it across the midcourt circle. Gets it to Kellen Knable. Knable into Alicia Espy. She puts it up. It's off the back of the iron. No, Catherine Garrett gets the rebound, and I believe it's going to be out of bounds. Ball to Lewistown. Into the game for the first time for the Panthers, number 43, Beth Smith. And also checking in for Lewistown, Aaron Sears. Katie Ware goes off as well as Alicia Espy, and both get a well-deserved round of applause for a job well done this evening.
Job by both girls this evening.
Lewistown with it. Kellen Knable drives, kicks it out to Erin Sear. Sear drives middle, lays it up. No good, but she gets fouled, and she'll go to the line to try to get her name in the scorebook.
We'll get Erin in the scorebook. She's a good foul shooter, so I expect her to make at least one of these. We'll see if she doesn't get them both. That foul on Sydney on Drasic.
Her first. And Erin Sear will go to the line that's her second. I missed one. Erin Sear will go to the line to shoot two. Up with the first, it's good, and she's got her name in the book. 78-49, Lewistown leads, 1:59 to play in the ball game. Looking ahead, Lewistown will take on Westinghouse next Wednesday. Not at a site and time to determine. As we said earlier, we're lobbying for a doubleheader with Indian Valley, hopefully a 6 and a 7:30 doubleheader like at St. Francis or something. That would be real nice.
Well, we don't want the people to count on it, but
yeah,
that's what we're going to hope for. Lewistown now has 10 people in the scoring column.
That's good to spread around scoring for the people that have scored. Four players in double figures, Kaufman and Ware, Allen and Espy, 2 people off the bench for Lewistown getting in double digits. And Becky Hertzler pulls down the rebound, and we got a foul on Drasic, and that's her third. And Beck will walk to the other end, and Becky Hertzler will shoot 2 free throws. Into the game right now for Lewistown is Garrett, Smith, Navel, Hertzler, and Sear. As Coach Kodish using up his bench here, giving him some experience, and this can only help for later times next year and maybe down the stretch here if we get injuries or illness.
That's for sure. You never can be too prepared in the state playoffs, especially if you want to go. The games only get harder as the tournament moves on, but without a doubt, it looks like we're going to have 2 Mifflin County teams in the Sweet 16.
And Becky hits the second one, 80-49. Lewistown with its biggest advantage at 31 points. Brookville brings the ball back. Beth Austin with it. Erin Sear knocks it out of bounds, and Coach Kodish using up the rest of his bench. Katie Kodish and Alicia Espy. Alicia Rupert getting set to check in the ball game for the Panthers. Out of the game comes Kellen Knable and Becky Hertzler, and they get a round of applause. Well deserved as well. So now Lewistown has Kodish, Sear, Rupert, Garrett, and Smith on the floor for the Panthers. Brookville with the ball, 1:30 to play. With it on Drasic. Out top to Greeley. Greeley drives, cut off by Kodish. Near wing, the number 11, Beth Conti, who just checked in. On Drasic with the jumper, it's around the rim, no. Rebound down by Alicia Rupert. She brings the ball up the floor for the Panthers and sets up the offense. Gets it to Katie Kodish. Katie over to Erin Sear. Erin Sear launches the three, and it's nothing but net. It's good. 83-49. Panthers up by 34. Nice looking shot there by Erin.
Oh, nothing but net. She was all set, had a great look at the bucket.
And a turnover for Brookville. 58 seconds to play, and this one is all but in the books, folks. 83-49. Lewistown all over Brookville right now.
Well, let's hope they don't need to save some of these points for the next game, but you never know. You play them one at a time, Mike.
Yep, take them one at a time. You take what you can get when you can get it, too. So Lewistown right now taking advantage.
Well, and what Lewistown's getting tonight is good play from people that have been injured, good play from reserves, and Coach Kodish is getting a chance to empty his entire bench and play everybody tonight.
Catherine Garrett with a nice little drive, and she got fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot 2 and see with the foul on. We'll check that here in a second. Number 30 picks up the foul, Jen Greeley, her second. So Garrett will go to the line to shoot 2, try to extend the lead, and she's already got 2 points. See if he can add to that total. Up with the first, it's good. 84-49. Panthers lead, 47 seconds to play in the ball game. Garrett will get her second free throw. Up with the shot, and it's long. Rebound pulled down by Greeley, and she pushes up the floor. Kicks it to Beth Austin, who drives in, lays it up short. Rebound on Drasic, and Alicia Rupert grabs the rebound and passes it to Katie Kodish. Kodish runs it up the floor across the midcourt circle. Kicks it to Alicia Rupert. Rupert out top to Erin Sear, and she shoots another 3 off the back of the rim. No. Garrett with the rebound, up with the left hand, off the front of the rim. No, and the ball goes out of bounds. And it's going to be Lewistown ball. Good play there by Garrett. Just couldn't get over the front of the rim there.
Yeah, she's a good, strong player. She's going to be really formidable for Lewistown here. She's a sophomore, and expect her to see some playing time next year on the varsity.
Off the inbounds pass, Alicia Rupert gets in the scorebook with her first two. Nice little play as she got the pass and laid it up and in, 86-49. 9 seconds to play in the ball game. Clock ticking down, and Lewistown set to move to the second round of the state playoffs. Basket by Brookville is scored by Beth Conti, and that's the final buzzer. Lewistown wins it tonight, 86-51 on a good performance all around, and we're going to take a break. We'll come back with some analysis, some statistics, and talk about the game, and we'll also have an interview with Coach Kodish after these messages. You're listening to high school basketball on WVNW Star Country 96.7. Tippin Center here on Clarion University's campus. We just watched Lewistown with the defeat of Brookville in the first round of the AAA state playoffs, PIAA. Lewistown picking up an 86-51 victory over the Blue Raiders of Brookville. And right now we got Coach Kodish up here with us. And first off, Coach Kodish, congratulations on a good performance there this evening.
Well, thanks, Mike. It was we played well in spots. We did well enough to win the ball game. There's some areas of defense sometimes that we let them score too easily. We didn't get help on the big girl when she got the ball, but all in all, we pushed the ball. We kept the game at a fairly fast pace and came out on top.
And fast pace is what you wanted, and they did a good job getting it out and getting some easy fast break layups. Katie and Maddie and the rest of the team getting out there and pushing it up did an excellent job.
Yeah, that was our game plan. They want a more deliberate, slowed down game where they can really just work the clock a lot and finally get the ball into their big girl, and they want to control it and make it a low-scoring game. We wanted high-scoring, fast pace. We were able to dictate the tempo.
And one thing you could tell that they wanted to slow it down. They wanted to get it on Drasic, and when she picked up her fouls, it had to be big for you guys. She had 3 fouls in the first half, picked up her 4th in the third quarter, and had to go out of the game and couldn't stay in the whole time.
Right, we wanted to make her work on the defensive end and draw a foul. We wanted to take it at her a little bit and make her work, because you don't want to let a girl that's scoring a lot of points on you rest at the defensive end. And we took the ball at her some, and she picked up those fouls. So really, we dictated and did what we wanted to do there.
And one thing we noticed, you got to be pleased with your bench play. Kristen Auer and Alicia Espy and Aaron and everyone coming off the bench did a good job. Alicia and Kristen both scoring in double digits tonight, did a nice job there. Alicia particularly in the second quarter with 11 points.
Yeah, Alicia Espy, particularly at the foul line, she's always deadly. She was the leading foul shooter in the Mountain League this year statistically. For a freshman, you can't do much better than that. And she gives us that spark off the bench. Kristen is capable of scoring points. She's really good facing the basket. When she can get a look like that, she can put them in. That's always important.
And she's got that nice short jumper, and a good game this evening, and 4 players in double digits tonight. Excellent spread the ball around. Got your people in at the end to get some more experience for them, and they all scored and did a good job for you as well.
Right. It's nice to get more people in the game. Nice to get youngsters in, especially who are going to be around in the future years. We're playing a sophomore and a freshman in the starting lineup, and Espy comes in. She's a freshman, Oran's a junior, and we're able to get Garrett, the sophomore, and Hertzler, the junior, playing time there, and some of the other kids have been with us. So it's nice in that kind of a game to be able to get those people the looks, get some court time.
Coming up next Wednesday, Westinghouse won earlier this afternoon. Talked to us earlier about them. Do you know anything about them at all other than what you said before?
Not too much. Just like I said, they said that they're very attack mode. They like to pump the ball inside and just crash. I was told by our scout Steve Feathers, who was good enough to go up there for us. They really pound the ball inside, and they try to play volleyball with it off the glass. I mean, 3 girls will go at the offensive glass hard. You really have to have position because they try to almost squish you, he said, in there. With the 3 of them, just keep putting it up. So we're going to have to be very physical with our box outs and get the job done there.
Hey, you guys seem to do a good job on the rebounding end tonight of it. So hopefully keep that up on Wednesday. You out-rebounded them with 27 rebounds. With the height that they have with McCormick and Ondrasic, you got to be pleased with the rebounding performance of your team.
Yeah, it's a double-digit lead we have there in rebounds, so I'm pleased with that. The only thing we have to work on is trying to deny that post a little bit better, and also getting help when they do get the ball, because we wanted them to draw in when they got the ball and be ready to recover on their girl outside if they kicked it back out. We were a little slow in reacting. A lot of times we were standing and watching the action there for a second or two before we went in to help. It's got to be automatic. If that ball goes in, you got to get in there and help out.
Yeah, it looked like there in the second quarter, Ondrasic was getting some easy layups on some rotation, a little slow in rotation, but got her out of the game and got your fast break, and that took her out of the ball game as well. They couldn't really use her as much.
That's right. So overall, I'm pleased with the effort. It was a long bus ride here, and played good enough and to run our fast-paced game. I think we shot the ball fairly well here tonight. Yeah. How many threes did we make in this game? It seemed like quite a few. I don't know,
about 8 or 9. Our stat man, Tim Sear, with the stats. Yeah. Looks like 6 threes for the ball game, 46%. That's pretty good shooting.
If you're over 45% beyond the arc, that's great, because really, if you convert that into 2-point field goals, so you're getting 1.5 field goals there for every one of those. That's outstanding when you can convert that up to regular field goal percentage.
Overall, 48% shooting from the field with the outside shots you're getting and stuff like that is really good for the Panthers this evening, and that was probably...
Yeah, it was. I'm pleased. It's got 86 points. It's nothing to sneeze at. It's nice to be able to pump up that many points at a college gym like this, big floor, and it's real nice to get off to the start in the state playoffs like that.
All right, well, good luck the rest of the way, and I'm sure it'll be a shorter bus ride home. Yeah. And good luck next Wednesday. We look forward to seeing you there, and congratulations.
Okay, thanks, Mike. Appreciate it.
That was Coach Kevin Kodish. After his win tonight, 86-31, Lewistown picks up the win. We'll take a short break and come back and wrap things up with stats. Tom Socia will give you those here in a minute. You're listening to high school basketball on WBNW 96.7 Star Country. 66-49 over Valley. That game was at Tyrone, and Lewistown picks up the win, 86-51 in blowout fashion, going away with the fast break. And with the stats, Tom Socio.
Well, they tried to blow it open in the first half, but too much firepower there from Andres. It kept them, if you want to call it, relatively close. It was 42-28 at halftime. Winds up 86-51. In the scoring for Brookville, they were led by Pierre Andrasic with 19 points. Janelle Benton was the only other scorer for them in double figures. She had 10. Katie McCormick was 9 points, and 4 points for Jen Greeley, 3 for Jen Buck, 2 each for Beth Conti, Jen Goddard, and April Moser for a total of 51. They shot 4 of 12 from the free throw line. Didn't go much. When they did, they didn't make much. Turnovers were their problem. They had 19 of them in the game, a lot of them caused by the pressure defense of Lewistown. For the winning Lady Panthers, who will move on now to the Sweet 16 of the state tournament, they were led in scoring by senior Katie Ware. She had a good night tonight with 16 big points. Alicia Espy off the bench with a total of 15. She had 10 of 11 from the free throw line. 13 points for Anna Kaufman, 12 for Kristen Aron. Another good performance off the bench from junior tonight, Kristen Aron. She played a great game, not only point-wise, but did a lot of rebounding. She was the only one in the third quarter there that was able to defend Andrasic and start knocking the ball away, and that slowed Brookville up for Lewistown as they kept pulling away. Back to the scoring, we had 8 points for Becca Getz, 5 for Erin Sear, 5 for Maddie Runk, 3 each for Becky Hertzler and Catherine Garrett off the bench, 2 for Alicia Rupert and 2 for Kelly Altieri, a total of 86 big points for Lewistown, 16 of 26 from the free throw line, only 8 turnovers throughout the entire game. Out-rebounded the Brookville Lady Blue Raiders 27-16, a big factor in them getting out on the fast break.
Yes, we saw all tonight. We saw Lewistown getting turnovers, pushing the ball up the floor. A lot of turnovers for Brookville in the evening, and that was the key. That was the difference. Brookville only took 39 shots the whole game. Lewistown took 66, and when your shot differential is that much, you're not going to score that many points, and Lewistown just put it away in the second half, had too much energy for Brookville, and Brookville couldn't stay with them, and now Lewistown moves on to face Westinghouse next Wednesday night. Not sure of a date and a time yet, but as we said earlier, we're lobbying for an Indian Valley Lewistown doubleheader. If not, you'll probably get Indian Valley on WCHX and Lewistown right here again on Star Country 96.7.
That's right.